Okay, checking on our hog trap out here. I'm going to show you something I saw earlier. Where was it? I'll find it in a few. I've put out some fresh corn. This is soaked with some strawberry Fanta. But what else we end up doing is, if you come around here, leading a little trail to get to the gate for the rooting doors. So hopefully we'll get a hog here in the next couple of days. I have hogs coming around exploring because the possums and whatnots have gotten the corn. They haven't figured out to go inside of this thing to get the corn out of there. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll get some kind of some kind of hog up in this trap. We got signs of fresh scat for the hogs. Our horses around here too. Horses on this property around here, but we have signs of hogs. So right now we just got to get them and get up in that trap and hopefully get trapped here the next couple of days. We'll keep waiting, but I'm hoping I get a hog here pretty soon. There's Creole Ken down on the property. The horse is here waiting for the bacon to be produced. Skylar, you want some bacon? Horse is in over me here. Let's go see what the Santa Claus gave us on the property. We got 2 hogs up in this trap. They came last night. And as you can see, they're putting a beating on this trap, trying to get out. We're gonna go and try to kill these hogs while they're in this trap. So the trap I had last year wasn't too, let me back off a little bit. They're a little bit noisy here. The trap we had last year, or a couple seasons back, they were kind of a little bit flimsy built. So you saw how they got their snout through that little hole. They bent my wire up and tore everything up. I'm testing this trap out right here, which this one seemed to be a little bit better. And we're gonna go and dispatch these hogs so I can get them settled down a little bit and get them out of this trap. A word of advice: when you kill hogs in a trap where the door comes in this way, you want to try to get them when they're on this side, so when they die you don't have to worry about trying to get them out the way to open the door to get them out. This is lessons learned from trapping hogs for the last 10 years or so. Just make sure you shoot them when they're a little bit farther away from the door so you can get them out of the trap. One down, one more to go. So got this first hog dispatched. Wait for the second one to kind of get out of the way. Come over here. Got some lead for you. Both hogs are down now. We're gonna let them finish off. A lot of blood out of that guy there. That 10 mil does a pretty good job. These are like Magnum rounds. They're about the same kind of capacity or power as a 357 Magnum. They do a pretty good job. A lot of little blood splatter there, but this is how we take out hogs. So now, after we get this thing pretty much dead, we'll go ahead and pull them out of this trap. I don't eat these suckers just due to the fact that there's a lot of bacteria. A typical wild hog has anywhere from close to 20 to 50 known bacteria. About, I don't know, 15 or 30 of them are transferable to humans. Other problem that we have with these hogs is they eat a lot of rotten stuff and dead flesh. So ideally, you want to eat something that eats off grass or berries or nuts. A hog is not high on the list or kosher per se, as far as good for your body. But we're gonna go ahead and put these hogs out. I'll bring some water down later on, and we'll wash out some of this blood and reset this trap and give it another go. Creole can. That's how we do it. And this we talk about with the doors. To get these hogs out, you got to raise the door up. So if they die right in front of the door or on top of their door, it's gonna be difficult raising the door up to get the hogs out of here. So I just shrunk up the doors. I'm gonna do 2 doors, grab them by their back half legs and just pull them out. Then we drag them down to the back of the property. Other thing we do is the tails on these hogs, we end up cutting these tails off. The county gives you a bounty, $5 per tail. So once they get about 50 tails, give or take, I'll take them in. Typically, the general rule of thumb is no more than 10 tails per bag, so they can count the bag with ease. And then you drop these off at any of the stations that are paying out the bounty. And it basically is like a simple application. You write down the information, the county, I think they put the quantity, stuff like that. And then basically you're going to check in the mail in about a week to maybe 3 weeks. I think the last 2 times I got paid out on my bounty, I think the check came probably close to 13 days or less. It was pretty quick. That's how we do here. Only if they can give a bounty on coyotes, I'll start hunting coyotes if they start giving a bounty on coyotes. But the hogs is a nuisance here in this state and also in this county. So the bounty pays out pretty good. One $5 per tail pays maybe 75% of a bag of corn. Not gonna make money out of this, but it does offset some of the costs, at least with materials, give or take maybe fuel. But it cost me $6 in fuel just to come down here to kill 2 hogs. So at least, you're trying to at least break even a little bit. That's $5 right there, 1 tail. This is a sign of hog activity. That's what they do to your property. A lot of people say they're kind of rooting for worms, but I don't believe that. I don't think they're eating worms. But there's something here that's making them being attractive to come in the ground. Sometime in the summer months, they root up the ground to get up into the mud, the cool surface of the mud or dirt, which helps keep them cool. Also, too, they rub into the mud a lot, because what the mud does is the mud will trap any kind of parasites like fleas and ticks. And when it dries up, what they typically do, let me see if I can find any signs around here. I don't see any trees immediately, but what they'll do is they'll rub on the trees. And what the tree does is the tree's like a brush, and it'll scrape all that mud and dirt off their backs and their sides, and basically with the trap parasite in the mud. That's typically what they do. And it's easy to find, because when you see the hogs have rubbed against any of the rub marks, you'll get black hair, thick hair that's not a cow or horse. And it'll be maybe about this high off the ground, give or take, 20 inches to less. That's a good idea of how you know if a hog has been rubbing on a certain tree. Other things you could do, this side of the property has a nice fence that was put up courtesy of the people that manage the hay. So what I typically do is I run and look at the bottom wire when we have regular wire. And the goal is you look at the wire, you can see where the animals are crossing by looking at the type of hair that's trapped on the wire at the very bottom of the fence. Not on this fence per se, but wherever you have a gap at that you believe animals are coming across, coyote, raccoon, hogs, anything small, that go underneath the fence. That's how you can determine what's coming across the fence. If it's an animal that's jumping over the fence, you do the opposite. You look at the top wire. And what I mean by the top wire, you look at this barb on the top wire. Typically, when the animal clears the fence, sometimes some part of their body touches the barb, and what it does is it's going to leave some hair caught in that deal. Those are just little tips for identifying animals and stuff of that nature. All right, I got one hog in the back. I gotta get the other one, and then I'm done for the day.